It's just used for white balance, but I don't know what else it's fucking used for.
Oh, temperature of colour.
Yeah. Yeah,
a bit more?
I guess so. Could you just tell me what it is rather than... Oh, fuck you. Fuck it. That's fine. Yeah, there you go. All right, well, now that one's rolling. You've been rolling for a bit. Sound is rolling.
Sound rolling.
So I guess we can start.
Baby.
Oh, why can we not?
Yeah.
Are you just looking for some energetic preamble?
I'm just trying to find the will to live.
Oh, best of luck with that, pal.
Have a good one with that, bud. Okay. You right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been a little while. My water's still here.
It's
Click Mojo's going well.
same as it was.
Oh, sorry.
Same as it was
we didn't
before you
mention
left.
last time, did we?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Same as it was before you left. So we are a little bit out of date, aren't we? 10 days.
Yeah, a little bit. I
was ill. I think
Yeah.
last time, and you can still hear it a bit. Oh, it fucked me over.
Yeah.
But
Just like flu season.
yeah. Everyone at the new place I'm working is like it just travelled around, and because I haven't been around people for a while, because
they haven't wanted to be around
working
you.
alone.
Yeah.
Like,
Filming
just
people.
fucking tore me to shreds. Fuck you in particular.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Do you like being sick?
In a weird way. There is. Like,
Why is
I don't like being ill.
But in a weird way, you kind of do.
It's nice to... it's nice to be kind of like fucking dead to the world and to legitimately feel like you couldn't be doing any better if you tried. Like,
You don't
as
have
in,
that
like-
all the time.
as in like,
I couldn't do anything better with my life anymore.
well, like for once, I'm not like
Achoo.
I'm I'm not like running around like a fucking headless whatever and working my
Vole.
bag off and feeling like I should be doing more. Like when I'm ill, I'm like you're fucked. You can't do anything. Your job is to rest. Are you resting? Yeah. Well, then everything's fine. And it's like there's like a little bit of contentness to
With
it.
lack of break from responsibility.
Yeah, like I do feel I always it always like stresses me out on like a kind of like a baseline level of like I really should be getting this done and this done and this done. But then when I there was points where I was like getting up in like fucking sweats in the night and coming downstairs at like 3:30 in the morning and being like, okay, well I'm awake now, let's try and do something. And I just fucking couldn't. It's like you just need to not fucking lie down and shut up and deal with it.
Yeah.
So like it happens to me so rarely, like maybe once a year, that I just take it as Mother Nature just being like, fucking sit down and shut up.
Feel terrible.
Yeah.
Vomit. Just
If
have
this
a bad
if
time.
this is the only
but have a
way
break.
to make you fucking to make you stop feeling fucking awful about not doing anything and to just sit down and take notice for a minute of like the fact that you're running yourself down, like then here you go.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't feel like that when my appendix burst. I was a bit like, this sucks.
Different thing.
Yeah.
I'd feel different if it was severe, but it's like it was a cold.
Mine wasn't even that severe. Like, I felt bad.
Yeah.
I think I'm wasting people's time. Like, I just had massive abdominal pain that was like pretty rough.
Yeah.
But I managed to like sleep it off eventually. I called like 111 because like massive abdominal pains, and I was like, I had no idea what this is. And then they said,
I thought
we'll give you a
that's like
call
a
back.
classic sign of appendicitis, isn't it?
Yeah, but abdominal pain is like a big sign of pretty much everything.
Of a lot of stuff.
Yeah, indigestion, whatever. But
It's just got like a flow chart, and it's like, is this guy a twat? Yeah.
Well, it's like it was really bad, really high fever, doubling over and stuff. But then like I managed to get to sleep, and when I woke up from them ringing me back, like I think it was like say 3 hours later or something. So 3 hours of sleep, I was like, yeah, I'm still there, but like it's work. I can live with this now.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, but if it was an appendix thing, you can't live with this.
I was going to say, like, if it's an appendix thing, it's like, not to be dramatic, but there's like a good chunk of it that is like it's a bit of a race against time.
Yeah.
Like if it bursts and you're not in a hospital, you're fucked. If it bursts and you are in a hospital, you're still a bit fucked.
Yeah. Well, I think that was the term they used. That said it's just fucked now.
Yeah.
And it's like they're just going to take it out, and it's like, well, you can have it in, but it's never going to repair itself or something like that. So I had to remove it. But yeah, by the time I actually like went to
sorry,
doctors
I
and
need
stuff,
to not drink, don't I? There you go.
All right. But yeah, the
Sounds. Drinking sounds.
voices. Yeah. Yeah. By the time I actually got someone checked out, I was like, it's actually, it's rough, but like it's fine. I can work. It's nothing near as bad as it was. And then they just kind of had to go through the motions, and I was like,
right.
I'm actually all right, but I guess I want to live.
Yeah.
So I just had to go through the motions of it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never. I don't know. I think I've been pretty much sick for about 7 years or something like that.
I was gonna say like you've
it's like,
had you
part
are
of life.
Mr. Health Problems.
Cheers.
I mean, like as far as
Like personality is looking at my chest of health problems.
But the thing is, like, it's not in the same way that anyone else that I know has health problems. In that most people let people fucking know about it, and then it becomes like, oh, his matey again talking about his fucking spleen or whatever. Like just all day. Whereas like with you, like people that we don't know unless you happen to tell us about it.
International man of mystery.
Well, you just don't bitch about it.
Well, yeah, it's just everyone probably goes through lots of weird shit.
Yeah.
I started a tangent. I realised last time. Started a tangent a couple of weeks ago, but like because it got cold, didn't it?
Yeah, it
Then
dropped
got
for a
warm.
second.
Yeah. And then, but during that time, it was like actually cold. I mean, my tolerance for cold's quite high, but it was like, oh, it's actually officially cold now. And I realized because I started taking life seriously.
You put socks on.
I did, but more than that, like just stupid things that I realized that I don't do that most people do because of paranoid fear or whatever.
All right.
Like when you get out the shower, you probably dry yourself thoroughly. You know what I mean? I just don't. I just put clothes on, and people are like, "Oh, you'll catch a cold." It's like, no, I'll be fine.
You just you put clothes on when you're wet. Doesn't that make it difficult?
No,
No,
you get over it.
no, but I
not the end
mean,
of the
like
world.
you just does it not get stuck?
No, I don't wear like skin tight stuff anymore.
I mean, I
Not
guess,
since the event. But yeah, like I just noticed when it was really cold, I got out of the shower. It was like this. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dry myself now.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna wear slippers
Yeah.
and then look into getting stuff. But it has to be like the world has to be. I have to be nearly dying. I have to be like uncomfortable. I'm comfortable in most situations. I was comfortable in that car fire. It's like most people are like, "What do we do?" It's like, just chill out.
I'm really settling into slippers in my 30s now. I get it.
Right.
I like them. The thing that I'm paranoid about is I feel like they're making me weaker. Like if I don't wear slippers around the house now, my feet start to hurt. Like walking barefoot on hardwood floors is starting to become like a problem, and I'm just like, well, now I just have to banish slippers because I can't live with this. Like you have to be stronger than that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Walk the dog barefoot.
Yeah, I'm not
great.
sure I'd do around here. Not sure I'd do that.
The glass and that gets stuck in your calluses eventually.
Oh, great.
Just pick out. I mean, it's just do stuff. You're fine.
Yeah.
I was always a barefoot person. Don't know why.
I was for the longest time, and then at some point, this weakness overcame me, and now it's all socks and slippers and comfortable shoes.
The weakness, the middle-aged approachness.
Yeah, it creeps up on you.
When is middle-age?
I think it's like 45.
Yeah, I saw an article posted that said, "I'm 50. Why are people calling me middle-aged? Why?" It's like, why? Yeah, I'm not middle-aged yet. It's like I thought it was 40 as middle-aged.
I mean, how long do you expect to live?
Yeah, die tomorrow, please.
Yeah, I mean, if like for someone I don't know, for Madeleine McCann, like middle age was like 2.
I don't even remember. It was just like an advent calendar.
Yeah.
Prime of my life. Opening up 23. See what was the deal. You feeling Christmassy? You said you might be.
Yeah, I'm getting there, and I think you kind of hit on a point with it. It's just that, like, I'm actually feeling better for having no plans this year, for like not having filled my fucking calendar up with shit.
I'm always I'm this wasn't me not believing you, but I find it interesting, like when people like fill up their calendars, like that whole social thing. I think my calendar's got two things in it, and one of them is bank holiday, Christmas Day.
Yeah,
It's Christmas Day's on a Saturday, so the bank holiday's on a Monday.
yeah,
That's in my calendar.
yeah.
I'm all booked up. Got an eye test tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. But then, like,
when was your last
social
one?
events. I have one every year.
Oh really? You're responsible with that, man.
I have
one
to because of doctors.
Oh right, because they fucking tell you to.
Air of mystery.
Yeah, they I had one like last year, I think, for the first time since I was in my teens. And I always got the letters from Specsavers every year saying, come for your eye test, come do a fucking eye test. You're gonna go blind, come do an eye test.
Yeah.
But they got it done for free at Tesco, and they were just like, yeah, no, you're fine.
Yeah, with diabetes, it's like the things that get amputated are your feet or your eyes.
Amputate your eyes.
Yeah, they just take them.
Jesus Christ.
This is where all the really small blood
vessels. Yeah.
So they have to get checked every year, because then otherwise your eyes might just come out.
Christ.
I quite like my eyes.
Yeah.
Don't mind my feet. I could lose a foot and make a joke out of it, I think. But if I lost my eye, I think
eyes
I
is
just
a
have to
different
go
thing.
to evil doings.
Yeah. Have you ever sat and pondered that whole kind of would you rather lose your hearing or your sight question? Yeah.
Sight.
You'd rather lose your sight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just a massive audio person. Like,
You can't scream with your eyes. I mean, you can, but it's not the same.
you can still scream without hearing yourself.
Yeah, but there's no impact.
I think you hear
Is there a release?
Yeah, there will. You can probably hear it in your head, something, because you're conscious of what your noises you're trying to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just can't hear anything else. It's absolutely nothing else. But I couldn't do it. Like, yeah, I couldn't. Very easy decision for me. I don't mind looking at stuff, but I much prefer listening to stuff. Like at the moment, I'm trying to find my music. I can't find my music at the moment.
Yeah.
There's like, there's usually like a band or a playlist that I put together to kind of get into the groove on. At the moment, I can't find it. And that's how I kind of check in with myself. I mean, can't remember if we've ever talked about it, but like, big connection to music. Have you ever like heard a song, say you heard a song tomorrow that like pinged something within you? It's an interesting thing to try and figure out what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that loads of times where like I'll hear a lyric or something and I'll be like, oh, that's my subconscious is like put up a little light bulb or something.
Just an index card. Like, just leave that there.
Like, oh, I hate my cousin. Cheers, Cheryl Cole. Is she a singer?
Yeah.
She's married a footballer. She's a singer.
Yeah.
What songs is
She was in that pop.
Girls Aloud?
Yeah.
What songs did Girls Aloud?
She was like Cheryl. Was she Cheryl Tweedy? And then she married Ashley Cole. Is he a footballer?
I think
Ashley
so.
Cole.
Yeah.
And then he got sick of her and cheated on her, because why wouldn't you? And then now she just kept his name. It's like, that's mine.
I like the ring of it.
Yeah.
I'm taking it.
I mean, if you're going to take half his money, you'd probably keep his name.
Well, just take half his name.
Coe.
Like Ashley Coe.
Cheryl.
But yeah, it's been. Oh yeah, so I went off on that tangent and then I stopped again. But yeah, that's the responsibility aspect. Was like, yeah, actually have to file your taxes and stuff when it's cold.
I keep getting texts about that. I mean, like, you really should stop putting it off and do your taxes now. They're due at the end of January. I'm just like, yeah, they're due at the end of January.
Have you seen my podcast? We procrastinate and do things at the very last minute. Oh, speaking of which, quite a cool thing. Some people I think liked the idea of minute month.
Oh yeah,
and so some people are going to do something quite similar. So if anybody wants to do any writing, recording, acting, whatever, give us a message. Go do something.
Awesome.
Yeah, as randomly got pinged by somebody who was like, oh yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Oh.
Might be in Birmingham. I don't know.
For going and shooting some stuff with them.
Yeah, like right. The idea is like sit down, a bunch of people, write a bunch of stuff, pick 3, film 3,
That's cool.
and then do that.
Yeah.
And it's basically what we did. It's just someone else is doing the admin.
Right. So it's more likely to get done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
On my part, at least.
See that. So yeah, if anyone wants to join it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good week, good 10 days.
Yeah.
Apart from being ill, but happy, but kind of distraught about it.
It's been it's been fine settling back into fucking part-time work and stuff. Dealing with the public.
Oh yeah, that in your words, vermin pregnant immigrants or whatever it was. Can't remember how you phrased it. But.
Definitely didn't. I may have thought that.
Oh, I had a red flag recently with someone I was talking to, just like someone I haven't met, was having a conversation in a pub, and like literally the second thing they said was, "Are you jabbed?"
Oh.
And I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "I'm jabbed as well." Fucking all these fucking idiots walk around in fucking masks. You're not doing anything. You're ruining the environment. And I was just like, I didn't realize it, but I was a bit like, oh, you're one of those people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind. I have no horse in the race, but it's the what I mean by one of those people is like you're just echoing something you saw on YouTube.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not an original thought. It's just, oh, I know the video you watched. Do you want to elaborate or not?
Yeah, it's become one of those things where it's like, I definitely feel a certain way about it. I've got no interest in talking to anyone about it.
Yeah.
I think all the fucking talking's been done. And however anyone feels about it is just however they feel about it. But just do what you want and fucking leave me alone.
Just think your own thought.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. The very big thing for me was like, you think you're being clever because you're talking about something that you think is political, and you're trying to do this. I get it, but like, do that when you're 12.
Yeah.
Then grow up and do something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just the ramblings about stuff, and I was just like, I wouldn't be surprised if the government was tracking us. Like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, I'm just going to talk about something else.
Yeah.
Not because I just don't want to have this conversation again.
Any of this with anyone.
Which is boring.
Yeah.
It's just, I'd rather talk about fucking ridiculous nonsense.
Yeah.
Than this thing. Then people get proper. You see, the most recent one is people are angry because Santa Claus was depicted as homosexual in an advert.
Was he?
And they were like, why? I was like, well, but why not? No, but just why Santa? It was Steven Crowder. He was getting big fucking blubbery eyes about it. It was just like, can you just leave Santa alone? I mean, it's all this. And it's like, mate, why do you care?
Who cares?
Can you just chill out? It's like, yeah, but I mean, look, this is woke culture at its most insane. It's like, you don't recognize that you're your own woke culture.
Yeah,
and it's just a big typhoon of retardation.
It's
do something else.
I don't care about gay Santa. There's been plenty of things that have like depicted Santa as a rapist, as a serial killer.
Tim Allen.
Transvestite, like dressing in women's clothes. I've seen that before. This
sound quite proud of that. I've seen the transvestite Santa documentary.
I've been
stepsister. What's it's coming in it.
Yeah, no, you can go right down that weird list of weird shit and tick everything off. It doesn't surprise me that there's a gay Santa.
But the thing that I was just surprised. I think it's maybe this people.
I guess
YouTube
it's the
stuff.
Why do you care? And I think you care because it's now your job to care. Well, in his case,
it's like all the Ben Shapiro stuff. Like he seems to be doing more and more like reaction. Stuff,
it's because it gets
which is
more,
to 12-year-olds.
It gets more views.
Yeah, but like, why are these people suddenly low on views? And then maybe their content is kind of running a bit dry, so they're trying to spread out a little bit more.
I think in Ben's case, I don't know about the others because I don't follow them, but I think in Ben's case, it's just a case of diversifying because he's had this big thing for ages of like
WAP.
That's fucking dumb as fuck. But like the way to kind of control the narrative, or at least take part in the narrative, is by taking part in the culture. So it's not enough to just act politically. You have to have your own culture, which is why the Daily Wire is now making films and all of that stuff. So I think that whole
also YouTube reaction videos
is just taking part in the culture that already exists.
Watch me watching Bill Burr and not laughing as much as I should when I should.
Oh, right.
This feels great. I don't know whether they've seen reactors or whatever do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's one of those things where it's because I have nothing against those people like Ben Shapiro, Steven Crowder and stuff.
No.
Like they've got some good content and stuff like that, and I think they're doing it in a somewhat genuine way. So it's like, but yeah, it's just sometimes you just see it. It's like
You got to, yeah. It's
Why are
it's
you
been
upset?
able to. It's been able to recognize that, like, when they're going off the deep end as well.
well, that's the thing. I think that my whole thing is like I think everyone's just exactly the same, really.
Yeah.
And so the people who were like, I don't know, pick whatever, Elvis was Haitian or something, maybe that's the thing.
All right.
And then like, this woke culture, I hate all this woke culture and all this kind of stuff. And then eventually, because they're the same thing, the same people in essence, they just end up balancing out and just yelling about each other when they're enacting the same way.
Well, it's like they always say that, like that. There's the horseshoe thing. It's not like a left and right. It's it goes round like that. So eventually, the crazy all kind of like meets up, and it's like these people are exactly the same, and you're actually more diverse, kind of in the middle of the spectrum. So if you're a bit left or a bit right, you're more diverse than the people who are extreme left or right because they're very similar, which is kind of what we're saying now. Like they're both. So it's less a line and more horseshoe.
Yeah. I think it's just found funny because like I think all their arguments have always been about free speech and being able to express yourself however you want.
Unless it's you.
Unless it's Santa.
Yeah, but that's everyone's
Leave
argument.
Santa.
Like,
And it's like it's that was their distinguishing.
Yeah.
We're different because we believe everyone should be able to have the openness conversation.
Yeah.
And it was like as well. It wasn't like an American advert. It was like a Norwegian postal service advert. And it was like,
why the fuck do you care what's going on in Norway?
oh, because this is how it starts
In Norway?
In the post Santa Claus in
And then
Norway.
they put that advert on a boat.
Then it goes in your mind.
And they just shove it out.
Then Amazon's listening, always listening, coming for you. It's each their own, but it's just a weird thing. Weird thing to be angry about. I realize as well that's why I'm not really political in any way because I've said this many times, but I'm filled with a lot of hate.
Yeah.
And I think that channeling that hate and I've channeled it. I
You
believe
hate
in good
more
direction.
interesting things, though, I think.
It's unsatisfying. Like I did have a whole list of examples, but it's like if you're hungry, some people are hungry and they'll have a biscuit and they'll be like, "That's good. I feel better now." That's some people's level of anger.
Right.
Is they just want to go, and that's about it.
Okay.
They're like, oh, fucking Tories or whatever, Nick Clegg.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, and that's not enough of a meal for my angry gorilla demon.
Yeah.
Like, have to have a proper massive rant about something or pour my energy into something. And when it comes into like, well, I don't want to see Santa Claus having a snog on Christmas Day, I'd be like, that's not enough for me to be angry about.
No.
I'm sure I could if like I had different controls over myself. But
I mean, you could give me something else. Did Santa kick his dog? Did he, like...
Even then, the guy, he's got a factory of alien beings and flying horses.
Yeah.
Or whatever they are.
Deer.
No, but they're reindeer, aren't they? They're not really deer.
Reindeer are real things. It's just they can't fly.
But are reindeer deer?
Yeah. They're not horses with, like, horns.
Are seahorses deers?
No, seahorses are seahorses.
Fish?
Kinda.
Is it a fish?
I think so.
It's halfway between a fish and a keyring.
It's
No, yeah, I always assumed reindeer was something a bit more like a stag. Stag's not a deer, is it?
Stag. Stag is a male deer, isn't it?
Deer-esque.
I'm deer-esque.
Fucking warm in here. Jesus Christ.
I got no heating on, man. It's
Do you have heating on like periodically throughout the day?
it comes on for about 40 minutes in the morning.
Yeah, that's
about
ridiculous. You're ridiculous. I've got no. I think my boiler's condemned now. I've condemned it.
Like tape over it.
Yeah, well, like it has started emitting really bad smells.
Do you have hot
like,
water?
No.
Oh.
I wash my hands in the shower.
Oh.
Got an electric shower.
Right.
That I felt so great when I figured that out. just one day because I've got bad hands
Yeah.
and it's ice cold water from the taps.
horrific.
And it was genuinely making the survivability worse.
Yeah.
So I was like,
So don't
and then I
fix
went,
your boiler.
$3,000.
Fucking hell.
I don't use a boiler that much.
No.
And it's like, and that's genuinely the problem is I may use the boiler 1 month maximum a year, even then. So it's like, I could either do that, buy $3,000 for a new boiler, or get an electric radiator for 50 quid.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
But if you're going to sell at any point, you'll have to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I'll just do that later.
Yeah. Fair enough. That's tomorrow's problem.
Well, it's like, it takes, 6 weeks to install a boiler, I think, from start
Does
quote
it?
to finish.
Oh, they have to redo all the fucking pipes.
No, but like get a quote.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
talk with someone on a phone.
Right.
They
Maybe
come round.
probably in the
coat.
winter. You're best doing it in the summer.
Yeah, but like, as in the admin process of doing it, like it takes 2 days to install it.
Yeah.
But like all the other stuff. But yeah, it's fucking warm.
Sorry, man.
You should be. It's fine. This is how normal people live.
It is a touch warm.
Yeah, I got myself some industrial strength. I say that
Coolant?
they're just winter gloves,
Oh,
but like
why? You can't
'cause
wear
it's
them.
cold.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I suppose if your hands are pretty effective, but like, I've gone out and like fingerless gloves a lot because I just trying to use a camera with full gloves is a pain in the arse.
Oven gloves on.
But like,
Yeah,
even
I
then, like, I end up having to take them off. Like, it's too warm.
Yeah, I don't really photograph,
A lot.
people against their will, but like, or like in public, just like climb a tree, look down into the swimming pool, ask
Yeah.
for them to come out. Come out.
Come out.
Go for a swim. It's December. Swim. Click, click, click. But like, yeah, like if you wanted to, I don't know, what was that weird cat's cradle? If you want to do that or like use a yo-yo, maybe you shouldn't have these gloves on.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was thinking that is it cat's cradle? The red rope. You do that. I think it was cat's cradle. I know cat's cradle was a yo-yo trick.
Oh, I always remembered it as
Might
like
be called something else.
it's probably the wrong one, but you have like a triangle, and then the yo-yo swings back and forth through it,
It is a yo-yo trick.
like an epiglottis. You know that thing at the back of your throat.
Yeah. Yours goes back
Well,
and
it's
forth,
just-
pops out for a little bit.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
mine's got a yo-yo.
No, there's a whole other thing of like, wrapping your fingers in red twine.
Right. Okay.
I can't remember what it's called.
No idea.
People did it in the olden days
Yeah.
before Snapchat.
Yeah.
Now they have
and then
Snapchat.
they do that, and it's
Yeah.
like I don't know what this is.
I'm trapped.
Can you knit?
But yeah, my thing was so I got these gloves and they protect my hands.
Right.
Like I got problems at the moment where if I pick up a mug, then it's like immense pain every now and then. But if I wear these industrial winter gloves,
Right.
it's like wearing armor,
All right.
and it's just tempting to have it all the time,
Yeah.
even because it does get warm.
Yeah.
But I'd rather shower in ice and have armor on, and just be indestructible to do.
Well, it's a big thing. That's like the majority of the heat that passes through your body is in the palms of your hands, the base of your feet, and your face, which I didn't understand. But then it's like it's the parts of your body that traditionally didn't have any fur on them, so that's where your body radiated all the heat. So if you put gloves on, like it makes you hotter in general,
Yeah.
like all over.
Was that just like one point you was like, why are my hands so warm? Let's find this out. To be fair, I did Google why are we hot? Like, what is it? Is it like is it cabbage? Like what organ warms your body up?
Yeah.
And I think because I didn't really look into it that much, I just assumed it's just like blood
All right. It has to be hot in order to work.
go up and down. Yeah,
Right. Okay.
that's why it's like if you're something about camping with compression socks, don't do it because then you restrict your blood flow and then your feet freeze
Oh, right.
and you die.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but yeah, other than that,
Other than that,
Christmas
Christmas.
felt Christmassy that day.
Yeah. What did you do?
Yes, just a moment, like walking through some kind of rural village and good old musical people in the street. You get like the bands and stuff playing stuff and
Yep.
guitars and whatever that weird. There was like a Frank Sinatra guy in London, I think, when he came down.
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah, this guy was he was just playing Christmas music and just dancing.
For money.
No singing, no like playing a tuba or whatever. It was just, I've got music.
Yeah.
Give me some money. Merry Christmas, everybody.
I mean, it's fair enough. If it works,
Yeah.
good on him.
Yeah, I don't know why. It crystallized it just as a beautiful Christmas moment. It's a miracle.
That's the thing, though. It's like, there's some things that you see where you're like, that's really novel. It takes no skill whatsoever, but no one else was doing it.
I'll give you a $5.
Yeah. I didn't think to do it.
Yeah, but yeah, it was the only thing else. He had like 5 songs.
Yeah.
I think there's only like a classic list of a couple of non-copyrighted Christmas music.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have to be I mean, I guess you can't play copyrighted music in the street.
You can't play it over like a no, because you need like not a broadcasting license, but you need a license of some sort to do that. It's like in the same as restaurants, you need a license to put the fucking radio on and shit.
Well, yeah, but that's like you're a business.
Yeah.
Are you a business if you're just playing music on the street?
Well, I mean, I guess you can walk around. People walk around with their phones blaring. Like, what's the difference?
Yeah, but like, is that breach of copyright? Are they going to get claimed on YouTube?
Yeah.
For something?
Yeah.
Something unrelated.
Like, yeah. Is it illegal because someone else can hear it?
Yeah. Guess you can't really do
How
that.
do you police that?
Just listen to the public.
Sure.
What
Yeah.
are you doing? What are you doing? Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it and deal with it. But yeah, so we both had some quite boring weeks then, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
fun
dull. The virtue map thing is going well. The procrastination course thing that I started a few weeks ago that we never actually brought up, and I was just like, I think we were recording on like a Saturday, and I was just like, yeah, I'll put it off for a few days.
Yeah.
But I'm starting it on Monday, and I did, and it's actually pretty good. Like it's they just send you an email every day, and it's just like do this, and this. Here's a bunch of, and it essentially just kind of keeps your mind on it, to kind of and breaks down your habits and why you do things, and just kind of forces you to do like little writing exercises to kind of explore why you are such a fuck up. And then
Is this a CBT or cognitive behavioral therapy?
I mean, I guess it's written by a psychologist, so like it makes sense that it's that kind of thing. But I don't know, it's been really good so far. I'm on like week. I think I've just done week 3, and you just do kind of check-ins every day and just kind of rate your day and read through the stuff that they sent you and just kind of keep a log, and it makes you track. I guess it makes you track patterns. It's like, I don't know if you've anybody who's ever kind of procrastinated and stuff will notice, or has had a habit of procrastinating, will know that it kind of spirals. Like, and you recognize it when it's happening, but you're not really kind of conscious enough of it to pull yourself out of it. You just get into this thing of just like, well, fuck it. Like when you're properly kind of like spiraling and just going from video to video, or what the fuck ever it is that your jam is when you're procrastinating.
Cat's cradle.
Yeah. And it's just kind of, it just, I guess it's in the same way of doing like mindfulness. It makes you kind of, in the way that mindfulness makes you conscious of your emotions, rather than having to experience them, you just kind of notice them. Like it's that kind of thing. It's the
experience of the emotion.
Yeah,
it's
well,
like,
it works.
I'm incredibly angry right now.
Yeah,
that down.
I think that's anger.
Yeah,
there it is.
it's a good day. Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's. I feel like it's going well, and like in that time that I've been doing it, I've had like good days and bad days, but it's made me kind of much more conscious of my habits so far. But it's like I'm nearing the end of month 1 of a 3-month thing, I think, and it's like 20 quid a month or something like that. So like it's I'd say if getting shit done and generally procrastinating and having that whole vibe about yourself is an issue that you have, it's worth doing, as long as you're willing to kind of take it seriously and you're not like, fuck that shit.
Is there like a goal in mind in terms of like something that you've felt you've procrastinated at for a while and want to do, and this is to get you in the mindset to...
I think for me it's less a one particular thing and more trying to grow the ability to spin multiple plates, because I've always
Just a life hack.
what
I don't know.
No.
Sounds like a life hack.
no, but as I was in like, I think I've never really had an ability to really concentrate on more than one thing in my life at a time. Like if it's been like, oh, I'm trying to grow the business, like that's all I'm doing. If I'm trying to do music, that's all I'm doing. And it's like, it's being able to kind of, so I'll do one of those things and feel like I should be doing the other stuff and just won't get stuff done, rather than, and I'm kind of growing the ability to be able to kind of sensibly portion out my time and actually have the discipline to stick to it. Like I think my issue with procrastination has always just been, I have a very low tolerance to frustration, sighing at fucking traffic lights and shit.
Yeah.
And it's taken me like to a much later stage in life to actually develop a decent amount of discipline as well. Because like I never had discipline as a kid, like going through uni or anything like that at all. I would do like kind of everything I could to avoid doing the things.
You avoided your course for 2 years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. So I think being able to kind of confront those things and recognize them and see how they come about in your kind of daily behavior, like what the starting point is of those, and the kind of questions that you ask the kind of things you say to yourself, and then how to kind of challenge those things as they crop up.
sounds literally like CBT.
It probably is.
I can't remember exactly what it is, but I think that was the core thing, was cognitive behavioral therapy, in terms of how was your day today, so that you confront the day you've had. Well, this was bad. Okay. Why was it bad?
Yeah.
And then figure out why, just write it all down.
Yeah.
So that you can better understand.
It is that. It is that. It's just the whole framework around it is just geared towards procrastination, rather than general kind of like emotional well-being and shit like that.
Yeah, just self-awareness, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. But I'd say, for me so far, it's been worthwhile. I think if it's one of those things that's like,
and worthwhile as in you've been less procrastinative than other projects.
I've been more productive, like slowly, like becoming more productive, and also getting a much better ability to kind of recognize when I'm not and why I'm not, if that makes sense.
You're getting in touch with Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
It's less of like you get to the end of a week and you're like, what the fuck happened? Like it's as in like
married man.
It's Friday and then suddenly it's Friday again and you don't feel like you're closer to having done anything. And that whole time,
like a wasted weekend or whatever.
All of that time is melted away. It's recognizing those. It's sort of taking yourself off autopilot, I guess. Like if you're driving and then you suddenly get there and you have no recollection of actually driving.
Yeah.
That kind of shit. I think procrastination works in the same way a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I've always assumed I've got procrastination. I've assumed it. Maybe it's got a short attention span or something. But my Sunday went past really quick last week because I slept for 20 hours.
I mean, that'll do it.
And I was like, immediately, I was like, I know that this is.
I've
only got 4 hours left of Sunday,
yeah.
So that's kind of it. I said to roll with the punch on that one. But, I guess I don't have a Sunday this week. Go do something else.
Yeah.
But in terms of, I guess it's all I get really, my brain starts firing when I start thinking about something to do. So I've always found that to be quite productive. But I've never really been. I guess I have fallen down. Yeah, let's say like a YouTube rabbit hole, right? I think I've had 4. I just get bored.
Yeah.
Even if it's somewhat interesting, relative boring stuff. Like I watched how to make a water filter out of grass and stones.
Yeah.
And then how to chop a larger than average log with a smaller than average hatchet. Make the grooves, get some pincers, the L7, trap to catch a rabbit.
It sounds useful though.
Yeah, if you're in Tesco and you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna nab myself somebody and get away with it. It's just little ideas why are we warm blooded? As in what I just don't know what makes it warm blooded.
Yeah,
It's just friction.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's not like it's not cayenne pepper.
I think it's but it's less.
So I get those little nooks of knowledge.
That's more curiosity. It's having those moments when you're doing that and you know that you should be doing something else.
Like I think I had that with TikTok.
Yeah.
When I played around with TikTok for the podcast.
Yeah.
There were moments.
Oh yeah, that
where like you would go through
the sucks you in.
Yeah, but again, it's had it twice.
Yeah.
I do, you know, I think I genuinely think I don't know the correct term for this, but I think it's just I am intentionally dumb. Like as a kid, I was like, I just want to be stupid. I don't want to. Yeah, I just don't want to. I don't
see. Great.
Like overanalyzing, just don't do it. I just never do it. And then I don't. Like I said before, I don't have an inner monologue, but I can't remember whether I decided not to. Like whether I anticipated towards that.
Just turn him away.
Shut up.
Go away.
Come back when I'm 50.
Walks out the
see
door.
What happens.
Oh.
Yeah. And then, but yeah, it's just my brain doesn't. I'm not that interested in a lot of that stuff. But I've had it, but I just haven't had it very often, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when it comes to like YouTube rabbit holes and stuff, and like TikTok rabbit holes and stuff like that, is that just like a lot of those kind of things that you feel takes up a lot of time?
You know what? It's not even stuff like that. It's almost procrastinating in a productive sense. In that I should be working and I'm not. I'm cleaning the house. You know what I mean? Like it's like you're doing something. You're still doing something, but you're just like, there's really no need for me to be doing this right now. I'm actively avoiding this thing that I should be doing.
Yeah.
And it used to be all the social media stuff and scrolling through whatever. But I managed to kind of like shovel my way out of like my fucking phone addiction, which I think is a problem that you never actually had. You always found it weird that I was I was just like stuck that I would find.
I've always found it really weird. I find it weird when people have headphones when you're talking to them.
Yeah,
like I think that's kind of the same thing. Of like if someone's looking at their phone while they're having a conversation with you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I can't do that.
But I just genuinely don't understand.
Yeah.
It's because like if I'm having I don't understand the connection or what you're looking for.
Yeah. But what I realized that was just making everything harder. Because it was making it impossible to do mundane tasks, which you fucking have to do in every job and throughout like
because you're
just
distracted
fucking
by your
household
phone,
and everything. Yeah, because you're just like, this is mundane. I'd rather be on my phone, and you actually have a fucking twitch that just like makes you take your phone out. Like you're so used to kind of it's muscle memory. You're so used to taking it. This is the anti-boredom thing, and it so to the point now where it's like if I'm if I've got breaks and stuff, or if I'm on shift or something, I still don't go near my phone. Like I have a notepad and I can write stuff down and I can think or I can read, but I won't pull out my phone because I know it will make the rest of my shift infinitely harder because my brain will be searching for something that is as fucking like dopamine inducing as whatever the fuck I've been doing on my phone. And it makes everything drag. It makes everything take longer. So even now my procrastinatory issues, like when I'm at home, are to do with doing just other productive things that are productive on the outside. Like I think to look at maybe, but like internally I'm just like, you don't need to do this. You should be doing this, this, and this right now. That's what you have to do today. It's due tomorrow. Like that kind of shit.
Yeah, I've always found, I think as well. There's a inflated dread about a task that makes you take it much longer.
Yeah.
So I think if you take your house, you could probably clean to a high standard if the place was a state within 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's not like, but when you think about it, you're like, I have to do this. It's gonna be all Saturday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, no. If you just engaged and like properly did it, it would take 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, there's a whole thing about, and then you're like, it's going to be all Saturday. So then I'm going to have to think about all the other stuff I'm going to have to do. And then it all becomes what should be a 2-hour task becomes a 12-hour task.
Yeah.
Just because of not even like distractions, but just lack of focus. I guess focus is the word.
It is something that I've come across that I've been trying to kind of explore more over the last few weeks, is that I think a lot of my problem is an inability to break down a task. So I will always see a big task as a whole thing.
Yeah.
As like, so particularly with like video editing stuff, like it's just keep going, go until it's done. rather than like, well, today you can do this bit, today you can do this bit and this bit and this bit, and then by the end of the week it's finished. Like I have an inability on first sight to break down a task like that. Like I have to, and I think that again, I think that's something that you develop through discipline and through fucking, maybe it's something that you learn.
You must have it on some level, right? I mean, like let's say video editing.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to import it. You've broken it down
bit.
into
like I
phases.
understand the steps.
Yeah,
but I'm always like viewing a big project as a fucking mountain that I'm climbing, as opposed to like, well, you can stay here overnight, it's fine, like, and you can just carry on climbing tomorrow. Like, so the mountain is always intimidating because I'm seeing it as something that's just, I just have to keep going, and it's gonna fucking, I might be dead before I hit the top. Like, yeah, it's a whole thing, and.
But let's break that down a little bit, right? Because that's quite interesting in terms of, is that because there's a time limit? So there's a due date?
No. It's, and it also doesn't help that that my gut instinct is to view a task as much bigger than it actually is, which I think you've recognized within me quite a lot. And it's the same thing as like a guy trying to recall like the size of the fish that he caught. It's like, oh, it's fucking but it wasn't. It was like this. And it was fine. So I think I'll view a task as fucking huge, and that'll intimidate me enough to not start it because I'll have this thing that's just like, well, if I start it, I've got to finish, and I don't have time. So let's do it tomorrow.
But like, if there was a video edit that wasn't a time sensitive thing, then how would you plan how much time you were going to do it that day?
That's something I'm still trying to, like, the way that I've been doing it for the last few weeks since I've started this is blocking out like 90-minute chunks of like, you're gonna switch everything else and concentrate on whatever task you want to in this 90-minute chunk. You do 90 minutes here, half hour, go and do whatever the fuck you want, 90 minutes here, and do it that way. And I've found that like that has worked more for me, less so than like, today you're going to do the cut, today you're going to do the coloring, today you're going to do the sound mixing. Like, it's worked better for me to just be like, you're going to work on this project for 90 minutes. And to spread that over multiple days than to break it down by task, I think. Yeah.
But like, there must be like phases in between, right? Especially video thing's quite funny because it's quite notoriously a waste of time in terms of like, you film something, like there's a big chunk of it which is just, let's get it all off the SD cards.
Yeah.
Let's convert it to the format that my editor is doing, and let's wait until it's processed, converted.
Yeah, that's just it. And even as long as I've been doing it, I still never take into account like the little bits of time that adds up to, just like dragging things from here to here and putting it in the right directory and converting everything to proxies and all of that stuff, which is like easy.
So what you do, not obviously, don't have to do it, but like when something is being imported, proxies are being made and stuff like that, which can take time. Let's say it takes an hour.
Yeah.
Whatever size it is. What are you doing in that hour?
I'm probably working on a different project, but like writing, like just not. I'll usually go away from the computer and just leave it to do stuff, and then usually just kind of like making notes.
So I would I'd say there's an element of like breaking down the task there, right? There's an element of like, there's a plan. Well, I'll start the import now because that's going to take time.
Yeah.
And while that's doing, I'm going to do something else.
Yeah.
And then once it's all imported, then I'll get started.
Yeah.
And then the issue is breaking it down again at the start point, I guess is what you're saying. Try to think, like, I've done very little video editing, but like, in terms of like, I'll edit a whole episode in one go. But like, I think I haven't thought about this much. There's a fleeting thought I had, but I think one thing that separates me from most people is I'm decisive to a point of stupidity.
Right.
So I'm just like, I'll be very decisive and I just won't care.
Yeah.
So be like, what do you want? Quiche. What? You want quiche? Well, I've said it now, so I'm going to have it. I'm having quiche.
I thought you didn't like eggs. That was the old me.
I was 7. You know what I mean? I just in terms of I'm a big hater of indecision. Because indecision for me, I've got lots of bad experiences with indecisive people. drive me insane.
Yeah.
Because it's and I mean that in a term of like, do you want to go for a drink on Friday? I'll have a think about it. And you go, okay. So then it becomes it comes Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got to message you now. Do you want to go for a drink on Friday? Oh, I'm just going to see what's happening. I'd be like,
What does that mean?
I would just much rather you just said no or
Yeah.
yes. And I don't care either way.
Yeah.
So I think I make an effort in my stupidity just to be more decisive.
Yeah.
So like take the editing of the any artistic project, when does it end? Because you can always touch it up. You can always add a bit more. You can always do something else.
Yeah.
There has to come a point where it ends. And I think that's what can be quite the intimidating mountain. It's like, when does it end? How much of this is it gonna be? I think if it's just like, it's done, it's fine, move on, and then just throw it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe there's I definitely think
simplifies
it for me. I think anyway.
Yeah, but I think that's good though. Like being or trying to become more decisive has
thinking about becoming more decisive.
No. Like definitely, I think becoming more decisive is something that has definitely lessened my kind of like stress. Because I think the longer that you spend with decisions up in the air, like your brain doesn't stop thinking about them. So you're just piling things on, like more and more stuff. And it feels like you've got a lot more on than you actually have, because you haven't confirmed these things and just sent them on their way. So like I make much more of an effort now to respond to people immediately if they send me messages and stuff, because I just don't want to fucking, like, I used to just leave it. Like, no, fuck it. I'll deal with it later. And then I'd be that guy that never texts back. And it's like, well, everyone thinks that guy's a cunt because
I mean, I've never really read my post.
No, same.
But I think it's
no one I like sends
medium.
me post.
Yeah, or it's just like boring stuff. Oh, your car's impounded.
Boo.
But then in the same breath, like there's certain posts that's mandatory, I think. But yeah, I'm very bad at opening posts, especially if it says current occupier.
Oh, fuck that. That goes in the fire straight away.
Yeah, and it's just like, so yeah, it's definitely not I'm not going to post a letter.
No.
I mean, that sounds insane to think about it. I've posted letters before. It's been a nightmare. It's a nightmare. It's just a whole step.
Someone came in to the shop the other day and tried to buy stamps. I was like, why?
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Going on holiday?
Yeah.
Put those stamps on a box. Send me somewhere away, please.
Yeah. But yeah, no, being decisive is not it's definitely not an issue. I think that keeps your kind of mind clear for the most part.
I think it's a positive on my side. I think it's a good thing, but it's only because it's to stupidity, because it's just funny to be overly decisive about something quite small.
Yeah.
Like, so they were doing there was a place, a cafe I saw recently that does festive afternoon tea.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what that is, but you know what? I'm not going to care. I just moved on with my life.
Yeah.
But most people, they go through the day, they're like, but what is it? What's going to happen? Do they put sparklers in it? A sparklers Christmas? I don't know. Is a gay Santa going to come down and have a cup of tea with me?
Yeah.
Leave Santa alone.
You know, something that I've noticed that's helped is I've came across this productivity thing that a bunch of guys on YouTube talk about, which is like having an inbox, which is just like a place to, like, whenever you have a thought to do something, or you realize you need to do something or something like that, you just have a place where you can write it down.
Yeah.
And just offload it immediately. And I think this comes back to the likeness to kind of meditation thing, because like I'll be in one of those 90-minute chunks where it's just kind of like just sit down and go to fucking work. And I'll come out of it with like a bunch of stuff like in my inbox that I've thought, been like, oh, you need to do this, and I write it down, and then because get it off immediately off your plate, and then you can just kind of like get back to it. And by the end of that thing, I'll go through this list and be like, this is all fucking meaningless. Life
is meaningless.
Well, like I don't need to do that. I don't need to look that up. None of this is fucking necessary. It's the same as when you're as
this you craving to go down a YouTube rabbit hole.
Yeah, it's the same as like the meditation thing of like of recognizing your thoughts as they go past, and then coming back to concentrating on your breath, like that whole thing. Like your brain was trying to pull you away because it was uncomfortable doing whatever you're doing now.
But isn't that discipline in terms of when you feel yourself becoming distracted, harnessing it and being told yourself? So as you say, like there's an element of just writing it down to
but
ignore
I never used to have that, and like I'm still susceptible to giving way to it, and I think recognizing that is kind of half the battle with it.
Yeah, for sure. I think as well there's an element of intensity or directness that you have to have with yourself, because it's like I think that's the whole thing with indecision. There's like people who are afraid of making the wrong decision, and they have yet to, and so they would rather, and it's the first step of the thought process, because if you make no decision, it's a worse decision. I think pretty much every case. Like it just feels I would much rather make a wrong decision than not make any decision at all. So like I think it's that fear of making the wrong decision and not knowing what to do. So then it's like, well,
I think that comes from insecurity though.
Whatever.
I think if you if you're comfortable with who you are and you know what I like and what I don't like and what I'm willing to put up with and what I'm not, like you don't really have that indecision as much, because you're just like, no, that would be horrible. I don't want to do that. Or that'd be great. I'm well up for kind of like, I don't know, giving you that time.
Well, take like, if you're gonna in a restaurant ordering, some people, there's a whole thing in the dating community about.
I'm the first one always to decide what I want to eat.
Yeah, but there's a whole thing on social on.
Or I'll have it down to 3, and I'll just be like, nah. When the waitress asks me, it'll be one of those 3.
It will come to fruition.
Yeah, and it does.
Yeah, there's a thing on dating apps now where one of the default answers is like, we're the same type of weird if. And there's like a stock answer that loads of people have given.
Yeah.
And I always read the menu before going to the restaurant, and then I still can't make up my mind when I'm there.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think there must be people like who do that. But again, you just order whatever. It's a restaurant. The chances of there being poison is going to be low.
Yeah.
The chances of it not being exactly what you had in your imagination.
Yeah.
Probably low as well. Get over yourself. Just have an Eggs Benedict, whatever that is.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like,
do you know what an Eggs Benedict is?
Yeah, it's
chives in it, is it?
No, it's like it's an English muffin toasted, with a poached egg. Usually, if it's Eggs Benedict is a slice of ham, and then with hollandaise sauce. Whereas you can have eggs Royale, which instead of ham, it's smoked salmon.
Is it Benedict? It's got ham on it. Yeah. All right, it's Benedict.
Yeah.
Has it got mayonnaise and mustard on it? Was that?
Hollandaise. Yeah, with like lemon or something in it. I've tried making that stuff before, and it's just
I don't even know what an English muffin is.
Fuck it up.
It's really? Cupcake. Crumpet? Is it like a crumpet?
It kind of looks like a crumpet, but it is round, and it's just kind of like brown on both sides.
Those Jesus bagels. They've got like a cross on it. Currant buns.
Hot cross buns.
Hot cross buns.
Yeah.
What are they?
They're like spiced.
Spiced?
Not spicy spice, but like nutmeg and clove and cinnamon and stuff.
Clove
and they've got
bread?
like clove flavour. And they've got like
Essence of clove.
Yeah. And they've got like currants in them, and
why?
Nice,
nothing wrong with them.
I like
them. They're all right from time to time.
Put butter on them, bit of
Can't
marmalade,
you
maybe.
Put butter on them.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm not a butter person.
No.
My cucumber sandwiches was literally a cucumber wrapped in bread.
Yeah.
Like
it's just like a sausage roll, but with a cucumber.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it was quite nice with butter, but I just couldn't be asked. Not unless it gets too cold, then I might be like, I need the fat to survive the winter.
I don't know. I just got used to putting butter on everything. Like when we were...
Did you put butter on a burger? What's the difference between a burger and a sandwich?
Oh, I don't know. Because people have this fucking argument, don't they? It's just like, I don't care.
Oh, that's the whole thing. Is a hot dog a sandwich or something, isn't it? I can't remember.
It's a
but
hot
like,
dog.
it's the same. Like, if you had a ham roll in a burger bun, you would put butter on it, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But would you do the same
with
for
a
a burger in a burger bun?
I would if I was like toasting the bun, maybe. So I don't, because it's easier for it to.
But you wouldn't butter it post it being toasted.
No.
Because you could do the same with sausage sandwich. You probably still butter after it's been toasted.
Yeah, even like a bacon sandwich and stuff, I'll butter it. But like with a burger, I just don't. But you got sauce on it. But then I get sauce on a bacon sandwich. So I don't know. Maybe it's etiquette. It's like a different. It's
a cultural
it's just what you used.
thing.
Yeah,
The nobles of the town, of the duchy.
I butter my crackers when I have cheese and biscuits, and like other people think there's two camps on that, which is like, yeah, that's perfectly normal, and loads of people have been like, no, that's fucking weird. And even if you go to restaurants and stuff, they don't typically bring out butter if you're having cheese and biscuits.
Yeah, I guess not.
Whereas for me, that's
cheese
too.
and biscuits regularly.
No.
Not special occasions.
Yeah.
The Pope's wedding.
Pregnancies, yeah, that kind of thing.
The Pope's wedding. Could the Pope get married?
Probably not. Doubt it.
I saw
Definitely don't get married to gay Santa.
I saw a thing where he said, I think the Pope came out and said something like, homosexuality isn't the worst sin. It's like,
oh, thanks.
yeah, it's like, but isn't like if you commit any sin, you're condemned in the underworld for all eternity?
Well, we used to think you'd be like down here, and now you're more like here. You're still below sea level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This Pope's a weird guy.
I mean, it's just a weird job to want.
Yeah. What's a weird thing? Like, he's the most chatty to God, isn't he?
Yeah.
Something like that.
And it's like, yeah, it's the thing. You're meant to be you're really godly and saintly and whatever. Like, and it's just like, oh, he's a really, really humble guy. Really humble. Like, he's worshipped. That's not,
He's got his own weird Technicolor chimney.
Yeah.
That comes out when they choose a new pope, isn't it? That they burn something.
I was chosen, hence white.
Yeah, whatever weird purpley smoke we got.
Yeah. And like, and he won't be seen in public without his bulletproof fish tank and his big hat.
It's like we're all God's children, but this one's got a good hat.
Yeah, this one's taller.
It's the birthday boy. That used to be a big deal. Like when you have all the kids, you'd have, this is the birthday, person, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Great. We still fucking hate him.
Get past the parcel, and when the music stops, keep it. Can't I keep it anyway?
Yeah.
You're not meant to, but I can, can't I? You're not going to stop me.
I'm the birthday boy.
Little dick. Thinking that the music was somehow from a divine source, and it wasn't just a bored parent just waiting for them to pass it to the next child and then stop it.
And they'd hold on to it for as long as they possibly could.
Yeah,
before they relinquish.
They'd just be like, oh, if I keep hold of it longer, then the music might stop. And you're like, no, it won't, because your mum's over there, bored as fuck, waiting for you to give it to Derek.
Yeah.
Because everyone needs to have some of the gift, or the parents are going to get pissed.
Yeah.
Well done, you've won a sausage roll and you pass the parcel.
I don't know. I was never part of those more affluent parties where there was like a gift on every wrapping. Like that's on every layer. Like that's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no.
I mean, they weren't good
You
gifts.
get the joy of unwrapping it for this guy.
They weren't good gifts. One was just like a glob of spit.
Oh yeah. That's great. I was one of those.
Like a Milky Way.
Yeah.
Like okay.
I lost one of those this morning, so it's really helpful. Actually.
Cheers, guys. No, I feel like the birthday boy.
Yeah.
You're not. It's my day.
Yeah.
Then you have a sweet 16, didn't you? What was your sweet 16 like, Steve?
You know what? I can't really remember my 16th. What the fuck did I do? Nothing. I don't. Well, I mean, I must have done something.
I got a job.
Yeah.
I didn't get a job.
No, I didn't get a job. No. No, my 16th was nothing. I don't remember at all. I vaguely remember my 18th. It was a house party in which everyone else got drunk.
You just stood there.
I didn't. I was looking after everyone else.
Parcel on your own.
I was looking after all the drunk people.
Oh, very mothering.
Well,
you're right over there.
Yeah,
Would
but
you like some mulled wine?
My mum and dad's house. I didn't want anyone fucking breaking anything.
And then for years after, you set fire to the place.
Yeah, well, I set fire to the field. This is for all the times I was responsible.
The dog.
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I got articles, but I think we've gone on for probably too long.
Yeah, I mean we're over an hour.
Do you feel it's been substantial?
I think there's been some content.
Yeah. I think it was being boring, to be fair. I think that's part of the responsibility of doing the show now, is we have to start living interesting lives. doing interesting things.
Oh man. See, this is why you don't stop vlogging. It's just so much effort.
Can't. Yeah. Well, I could probably do something like that, but I don't know. But you have to. If we're going to report in with each other about what we've done that week,
Yeah.
we're going to have to do something that week.
Oh, it's got to be like.
I have got creative stuff that I want to do, but there's this random little mini hurdles that keep on getting in the way. Well, it's been a beginning of December was lots of random shit coming together randomly. Yeah. But there's some creative stuff that I still want to do that would be good to be done by the new year. But I should be able to what I should do is, again, it takes 2 hours to clean this house, not all day. Like if I can put a creative project together, I could probably do it within half an hour. Just sit down and do it. Yeah. And try and get that done for, I'd say next week, but we're like podcasting again tomorrow or something.
Oh yeah, it's Sunday, isn't it? Sorry.
And then it's Christmas.
Oh yeah, we need to sort out. Are you?
Yeah, I'm heading to family stuff, but I've got enough stuff to do something. I've got an idea. Yeah, I've got an idea for additional episode we could do.
Excellent.
It requires more creative stuff on my part.
That's
what
right.
I'm not going to do.
Well, just throw some stuff my way and I'll
no, I mean,
too.
I should do that. That's what I should do. And then we can do something. And then we'll do another one next week. But yeah, we feel like it's been a low energy one. But then sometimes it always feels like that, and then you edit it. You're like,
I think it's fine. It's been an interesting conversation. Probably.
I miss Lionel Blair being a lizard. I think that was quite a good moment.
Quite a high point.
Yeah. That's when things were good. And then just being drained.
The old days.
Sleep patterns fucked.
Oh yeah.
Everything's fucked
again.
But yeah, find somewhere to.
There'll be somewhere in there.
So, yeah.